Good morning from the Karatbars studio, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harold Seitz, CEO Karatbars International. Today we have premiere because you see today the first broadcast of our Karatbars studio. We will inform you from now on about the company, new products, financial market and of course information about gold. But now I would like to introduce our new member in the Karatbars family, our brand new Director of International Operations, Mr. Thomas Brenner. Mr. Brenner, how are you?
I feel very, very fine, and I'm happy to be in company with you here in our studios.
You are here a few days, and what kind of feeling do you have with Karatbars?
It was a warm and heartily welcome from all members of our company, and I'm really glad and proud to be a part of the family of Karatbars.
What do you expect for the future for yourself and for Karatbars?
Well, I always ask why people come in motion, why they do some things, what are their ideas. And for this I would like to give some words to our affiliates. Dear affiliates, ladies and gentlemen, what is your motivation to watch this video? Maybe you are an active partner of Karatbars International and you just want to see the new guy. Or you were active once, but your fire turned cold and your sponsor forwarded this video to you. Or are you interested in working with us, but still have doubts if this company is the right one for you? No matter what the reason is that you are taking these 8, 9, 10 minutes of your life to watch this video, it must be important for you. You must have a motive, otherwise you would doing something different right now. I'm grateful because now we have something in common. We get to spend time together. If you are one of the people who is currently somewhat demotivated, let me tell you, do not worry. We are go through such phases in life, and let me assure you that you will think differently in 9 or 10 minutes. My name is Thomas Brenner. I am 56 years old and nowadays live in the Frankfurt area with my beautiful wife. I also have a daughter and have been active in sales since 1982. Back then I made it to the top of all 3 companies I was involved with. Well, that's not fully correct. Let me rephrase. My wonderful partners and I had the honor to bring these 3 companies to the top. Because sales success is always a team achievement. We can gladly talk more about me as a person, but some other point. Because this should not be about me, neither about my words, but only my deeds. Please judge me by my actions. And in order to prevent any possible misunderstanding, trust me, I will do just the same. When Mr. Seitz reached out to me last December through a headhunter and told me about his plans, the more I listened, the more I felt how I started to burn for this task. I want to light a fire with you as big as never before. And for those affiliates who not longer burn but still find a glow within themselves, I want to reignite your fire, so that you can light a fire in other people every day. Which brings me to the first point of today's message, and I need to start with a little anecdote. After World War II, the Allies agreed that reconstruction and growth of the German economy was to be controlled by the victory powers and must be sanctioned if necessary. And then there was this engineer who ran a small company that was building cars, small vehicles. He was the owner and managing director of the company. The Allies forced him to decide to whether fire all his stuff or give up all his production sites, including all machines. The question was not if, but what he would give up. This man, who used to keep up a personal and warm relationship with all of his employees, spontaneously said, "You can take all my production halls and all my machines, but leave my people." By the way, the company grew tremendously and is one of the most profitable ones in the world today. They are also still building cars, and not just small ones. The man's name was Ferry Porsche. Maybe you have heard that name before. This is my first personal message to all of you. If you want to build up your own business within Karatbars International, if you want to expand it, then you can only succeed with an attitude like Ferry Porsche. In other words, let me form a sentence in which every word begins with an M, at least in the German language. Man muss Menschen mögen, which would translate as you must like people. Even if this pun is not possible in other languages, I would like to write this principle for distributional success of mine into your head and heart. You must like people. Our wonderful company does not primarily exist of production halls, and no matter how much gold we store in our walls, it is unimportant compared to the value of the people who work with us and for us, who share your passion and give their daily best to promote their business with Karatbars International and to light the fire in other people. What does it mean if you like people? Well, my dear friends, in my opinion, it has a lot to do with appreciation and reliability. Regardless how big your organization is, regardless if you work with 3 or 30,000 partners, appreciation and reliability is an inner attitude and has nothing to do with the size of the organization. My dear friends, we know that we can change lives with our business if we operate professionally, that we can turn discouraged people into joyful ones and hopeless ones into brave people. And we can show people how they can free themselves from poverty for the long run and permanently. Our future plan is to introduce and explain all new products and their advantages for the customers in videos or regular basis. This will not be possible starting from today or tomorrow on, but we have already paved the way for that throughout the last few days. But let's get to the next question. What does the new guy want to change? First of all, I want you all to know that I truly care about sophisticated communication. With that being said, I would like to express my sincere appreciation and reliability for you, which you all truly deserve. In the past few years, you, my dear affiliates, have established Karatbars International jointly with Mr. Seitz and his wonderful staff at Corporate. I was not involved. As a salesman who knows a thing or two, I can tell you that you have done an admirable and fantastic job. Ladies and gentlemen, Karatbars International has become the world leader in the sale of gold with highest purity and in small units. Thanks to you. Period. No need to say anything more. That might have required many sacrifices if fully understood. The number of valleys you were probably forced to walk through and the number of failures you possibly needed to accept is surely not countable, but can be measured by success. And I would like to thank you all for that and once again express my honest appreciation. Speaking of sophisticated communication, trust me when I say that I will always be a reliable contact. However, I would like to concentrate on two communication channels. First, the personal conversation over the phone or via Skype, and second, email. You can also find me on social media, but let us focus on talking to each, regardless if you need to address an issue or if you just want to share a success story. Let's talk to each other, either personally or over the phones, or if by writing emails. Please make use of this offer. I can assure you that I will handle it within a timely manner and that we will solve a possible problem together. My email address is thomas.brenner@karatbars.com. Throughout the last 2 weeks, I was able to get a relatively good overview of all solvable matters. What are solvable matters? Well, I guess some people would call them problems or issues. Solvable matters are tasks that we solve together. Therefore, please reach out to me and let us talk about everything that you have on your chest. You will see that I live what I preach. I like people. One more thing regarding sophisticated communication. My definition includes the principle of talking to each other instead of talking about each other. And if I do talk about other people, I do so in a kindly way. Do not hold in any words of well-deserved and maybe even overdue praise and recognition. Use your children and your partners to practice. They surely deserve it just as much. When I was driving my car recently, I saw a sticker on the back of a car that asked, "Have you already praised your child today?" This was a beautiful reminder, after all, wasn't it? It makes our affiliates and our business partners so happy once we sincerely thank them for all they do. This is also the glue that holds everything together when things get rough. I will fuel the sophisticated communication fire from my end by personally informing you about developments and the latest news about corporate. Whether through newsletters or regular videos, or maybe even both. We will also introduce that in regards to training. I'm aiming for a consistent and equal training and education program with inspiring and enthusiastic professional presentations which will be available worldwide. My dear affiliates, my dear friends, please join Mr. Seitz and me heading towards the future. All these tremendous tasks and unbelievable opportunities which are on their way to us. Let me assure you, the best is yet to come. This video is copyright protected, but please feel free to share it worldwide. You can travel the world and tell your story. You will help other people to also live a life in prosperity and satisfaction. I wish you a lot of success for this beautiful task and look forward to meeting you.
Thank you, Thomas. I'm looking forward to our cooperation and thank you for your support. Now this was from here. Thank you for your watching. See you soon. Take care of you. Here was Harold Seitz and
Thomas Brenner.
Karatbars International.